To the courts, the firearm that killed Senzo Meyiwa was pushed against his chest when the fatal shot was fired. This is according to evidence from the forensic pathologist who conducted a postmortem on Meyiwa's body 2 days after his killing. The pathologist says a bullet punctured Meyiwa's right lung and heart, and that the soccer star would only have survived a very short while after being shot. Dr. Johannes Steenkamp was giving testimony in court today. eNCA's Manqoba Mchunu has the story.
Chilling details have emerged about the bullet wound that ended Senzo Meyiwa's life on the 26th of October in 2014.
The cause of death consistent with bullet wound of the chest involving the heart and lung.
Previously, the court has heard that Senzo Meyiwa was shot by one of the intruders during a scuffle that broke out inside the house. Steenkamp says that shot was fired at close range with the gun pressed against his chest.
So when I opened this wound and explored it, I noted this black granular material. This wound is consistent with a contact bullet entrance wound. And I say that due to the fact that when a muzzle is pressed against the skin, all the elements, that's the gas, the heat, the gunpowder, are driven into the skin.
Steenkamp says the bullet was fired at an angle facing downwards and tore through his right lung and heart, causing him to bleed internally.
It lacerates the heart, resulting a 3 centimeter by 1 centimeter irregular laceration, that's a tear, extending from the anterior wall, that's the front wall of the right ventricle, that's the right chamber of the heart that pushes the blood towards the lungs. The person is bleeding into a body cavity, like into the chest cavity. He's bleeding from a source, in this case the heart and the lung, and this blood is flowing into the chest cavity.
Steenkamp also revealed that Meyiwa is likely to have only survived for moments after the shot was fired.
The heart and the lungs are important organs, and injury, especially this type of injury to those organs, can cause a fatality. Sometimes it's instantaneously. In this case, I do not think so because of the mechanism of death, which I explained as possibly the blood loss. And I think in this case, and he's quite a fit young man, he probably would have survived seconds, minutes, definitely not hours.
But the defense also raised questions about the findings.
You testified about the wound track, that it was from the front to the back, but towards lower side. Could that have been caused by the fact that the shooter was taller than the deceased?
It's possible, yes.
The details, though, proved to be too much to bear for Meyiwa's relatives who were inside court. The trial continues on Wednesday, with ballistic expert Chris Mangena expected on the stand. Manqoba Mchunu, Pretoria.